Hey everybody, GeForce41 here with another PGA Tour 2K23 course review video. This is another episode of Is It Casuals Worthy? This is the second Is It Casuals Worthy? Today we're going to Adelante, if I'm saying that correctly. And I will not even try to say the name of the designer, because I don't know what they intend there. It's C-A-L, you can see at the top there. C-A-L-E-A-M-B-U-E-L-E. So I left the setup screen on for you this time. So Is It Casuals Worthy is where we play a course. I'm screening it for inclusion in the Casuals Golf Club Society and seeing if it meets the tough, rigorous test of GeForce 41. No, I'm kidding. We go for casual courses that are easy to play, great to look at, but are well done, right? So this course was rangered by Ivy Mike. Thank you, Ivy Mike, and he has suggested it. So I have not played it. So this is gonna be my, kind of first tour around, and it's gonna be stream of consciousness, right? So let's take a look. 156 plays only. All right. So it looks like a good course. Let's see if we can get you some more plays, buddy. The settings, I'm just going to use the back tees, which are playing at 7,400 yards. First hole location. The wind is medium and northeast, which, if you know me, that's my default if I don't know any better or have a suggestion. I'm going to play the green speed at moderate because that's how we play casuals. I usually don't, but I know Mike has already rangered it. So I'm going to see how it plays for you myself. Let's get right to the golf. All right, here we are, first tee. Adelante, here we go. Nice BTs. Looks like there's something scenic right there. I'll take a quick spin around as best I can. Of course, I've told you a number of times I'm a PlayStation guy, so I can't do the super duper kind of spin around, but looks like a nice little clubhouse area, teeing off from the top of a hill. We've got a stream cutting through, and some kind of lowland, flattish areas. Okay. Doesn't look like too many severe elevation changes, but a nice gradual kind of slope down. I like the textures. I like the look off the tee. That's a nice, pretty shot off the tee. Nice little kind of hillside off to the side that's nicely planted. Good job. So we're off to a good start. Tee boxes, well, it's not 100% flat. Now, I do this all the time, right? I review my own courses. I should say I double check my own courses. Habit and instinct has me check the slope of the tee box to make sure it's not sloped. So I do that instinctively. Why? Because when you're designing, you change things and you sculpt. You might inadvertently shift something and have a crooked tee box. Expertly placed bunker. Oh, great. That stretches way out there. Got me. I like the clubhouse scene behind it. Okay. Bunker looks okay. Sculpting okay. That pin is tucked a little tight. A little tight. Let's see. This should do it. With that wind behind me, it should be just enough to get over that lip. Look at that. Stop right there. I got a nice little backboard. There are some slopes on the green. Nothing too crazy. I think the hole locations are in reasonable spots, right? See, that's a fairly big slope. So green. Look off to my right. That's a pretty big hill and slope for a green. I like that planting up on the hill right there, right? So that's what I do a lot of. Kind of put the grasses, the bushes around those trees, blend them in, right? Because the trees look a little silly sometimes when they're just bare. It looks very computery, right? The tree just kind of sits and intersects the ground without anything at all. Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. See, there's a few trees there with bare, right? You got grass around some of them and a few bare, and it just, that's not the designer's fault necessarily. It's just the way the game renders. So you can see off to the right how he does that over there with the grass and the bushes and things like that. And that's what I suggest, and that's in my videos. I have a video on making your planning look natural. Feel free to check that out. I like that. The stream is in play off the tee and it narrows a little bit around the 300 mark. Again, we always talk about that. Don't rely on that too much, right? To just narrow it at 300. Vary your strategy. Make it interesting, not hard. We talk about it all the time. That bunker gets a little close to the rough in the fairway there. You want to leave a little space. Bunkers seem okay. I'm going to take a look at the sculpting here. Decent job of sculpting. Could have done a little more work on these, but not bad. Overall, like I said, I really like the look of it. I like the hillside there. Subtle hills, very realistic. Like the textures. Don't like that I fasted that one right into the hill. Let's see if I get a backboard. Come on down. Nope. No Ernie Bach Jr., as they say. Around here, there's the local car salesman and car dealership, Ernie Bach Jr., whose famous commercials, come on down. I will not get in. There's a jingle that goes with it, and I will spare you my singing, but my putting has been awful the past week or so. Might be time to recalibrate, work on the fittings, and try something different, because I am putting terrible. 256 win there. Can I go for it? Sure. So you see what I mean? Again, on the left, he's got some nice grass and planting. By the tree on the right, nothing. Right? So it's, your decision. Does it look bad? No. Just, do you want consistency? Yeah, but I think sometimes out in the middle of nowhere, people might think, where does the grass come from? Right? So it wouldn't kill you to put grass in front of that tree and run it all the way up to the other tree. But I guess it's just, grassing the hillside. That's fine, too. Again, a lot of these tips are just to help you be better. Options, ideas, suggestions. For instance, there, that hole does not need to be in that shade, right? You could have just very easily moved that hole a few feet. Not even, just a foot. There we go. So you might hear me get a little quiet on the putts. I'm going to try to focus a little more, so I'm not three-putting my way around this course. Nice BT there. See, I like that. Real good. Oh, nice little downhill par 3. This reminds me of a couple of the ones I've done. The green shape is very unique and interesting. And you got a little collection area in the front. No bunker. Kind of like that. And I'm sure if you hit something there, it's going to roll down into that little collection area. So I like that. And there's a little bit of help of a hill there. Down 37 feet, right? So you got to play with the elevation change. And 6-mile-an-hour wind. So I'm not going to try to kill it. We'll throw it right down there into that hill. See what happens. Not doing much. Again, I don't have the greens running very fast. Got them at medium, so it's 137. Nope. Alright. Yeah, again, we pinch a little 300. Fine. But the stream is coming into play. You got some light planting around the stream. I'm just looking at the planting stream. This gets a little challenging. It does eat up some meter, but I try to be consistent. If I'm going to put planting there, I put it much the whole way. Some people don't have the patience or the meter to do that. So, not faulting a designer for not doing that. I'm just saying that's an option. And around here, that's how, kind of water bodies tend to be. Ponds, streams, just kind of filled with different grasses and bushes and kind of a mess, to be honest with you. I showed a picture of a two-eraser gib of my local course that I play, because he's working on his design, and we were talking planting. Hey, look at that one. and I was talking about planting around the pond, and I sent him. I was waiting. I was reading his Discord message on the course, and I took a picture of the pond I was right in front of, and it was end of August I think this was, and just prime growth. We've had a hot summer. We had a lot of water in the beginning of summer, not recently, but it was full grown and just stuff all over the place. Bushes, grasses, everything really high and thick. I kind of like those little, in the middle of a fairway there like that. Just a small hazard, a small bunker, a small little kind of grassy area. It makes you think. I don't know if I would have gone with that bunker I'm in if you're doing that. Like, you can pick one or the other. I was a little too busy talking about the pond to really thoroughly analyze that setup and that tee shot. Yeah, these greens are moving a little, so I'm glad I moved it down a little. This probably would be a tough call at higher green speeds. If you're a skilled player and you enjoy that, then go for it. But we're doing this for the casuals. Casuals Golf Club is focused on what we call casual friendly, right? Courses that are relatively easy to play, right? Again, I like these BTs, right? I like the lighting and the planting behind. I think these are important for the atmosphere and the feel. Some, as I said before, some folks call it the immersion. It's kind of a funny word for a golf game, but I get the sentiment. Got light rough, which is good. We've talked about that on a number of occasions. Bunkering is unique without being a little crazy. Green shapes are unique. So all good stuff. And just the whole green complex is pretty good, right? Green entrances, we'll take a look. That's a bit of a false front there. Look at that front. Okay, that is a false front, people. We've talked about this one before. People call a slope going down a green a false front all the time. That's not what a false front is. That's a false front. That's the ball is not going to hold. You can't. It's not pinnable. It's not going to hold. When you have something like, for example, if this was the front of the green, and people see this, they'll say, "Oh, there's a false front there." That if that was the front of the green, that's not a false front. That's a false front. That's, look at that, 2, 8, 6. That's about 6 feet. So 7 feet, 2 feet. So it's 5 feet. Okay, that's fine because there's plenty of pinnable area up there. There's a shelf. Fine. Am I gonna get it there? 239 with 7 miles an hour on the wind? No, I gotta go up. Because no way I'm going to hit that hill and make it up. So long is not as wrong as the front. Short. I'll take that. All right. A little up and down there for bird. I'll take it. So this is an interesting one. How about this? That is unique. So we've got, is that a tee box? That is something. Okay. Very interesting. We're teeing off from behind that green. Pretty cool. All right. Be dangerous in real life. Can you reach it? Maybe. That's why that's there, that little ramp, and then that's a tee box. Interesting. Let's go for it. Oh, that's right at it. It's going to be long. All right, little chip should do it. There we go. All right. 2 in a row, 3 of the last 4. 4 of the last 6. Yeah, it's an interesting setup with the tee box there. I like it. We're going to give this a little height into that little bit of wind. And I pushed it. Another interesting green shape. So far this is pretty good on mixing things up. I think some of the fairways, it's pinched a little, but so far everything's a little different and unique while keeping the same look and feel, right? So that's always a trick, right? Can you be consistent with your look and feel and the type of the course, but vary things up so it's not, doesn't seem like one big long hole. I've seen that a few times that you've... Oh, very interesting. So shared fairway. I like this. So, can I get it there? I think so. Just draw it. Because the hill's going to take it. Yeah, it's going to push it more than I thought. Stop right there. Ah. Got it in the heavy rough. Will that sit for me? Yeah, pulled it off. There we go. Take that. Oh, I like this look off the tee. Nice planting. Really, really nice. And a very shortish. Now this is a short 4, not a drivable 4, right? So there's the drivable 4, there's a short 4, medium length 4, and long 4. All have their merits and characteristics. Yeah, and this wisely for shorter 4 has a smaller green, no green entrance, it's blocked, and it makes perfect sense. Like I said, always have a reason. It's up on a little hill, a little perch, surrounded by bunkers. Nicely done for a short 4. Not nicely done for a short wedge. I was gonna say, it's about time for another par 3. Okay, so I like the tree work, the tree line, right? Oh, look at, look at the front of this one. Wow. Alright, that would drive you crazy in real life if you hit the green and trickled all the way down there. So, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a forward nudge. Just to make sure, and that might have been a wise choice. Although it might have been perfect if I didn't do anything else. Ugh. Just not enough. Okay. Another interesting hole. So far, I agree with Ivy Mike. This is definitely casuals worthy. I'm thinking Monday, Tuesday. What do I mean by that? If you haven't tuned in, we have 3 tournaments a week. Two-round tournaments. The first one is Monday and Tuesday. The second one is Wednesday and Thursday. And then we have one final 3-round tournament called the Big Weekender, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we bring you 3 events a week. That's what keeps me busy and why I don't play events very much. There's no hard, fast rules other than the big weekender should be tee ready, tournament ready, meaning tournament objects, crowds, etc. And basically, Monday, Tuesday is usually, but not always, maybe a newer designer, someone I might not know, maybe a little bit of a simpler course. Wednesdays, Thursday could be a little bit more challenging and a little bit more well-known designer. Again, it's not a contest. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the big weekender has to be a top-notch course. Big weekender worthy, it's called. So this is it casuals worthy? It takes something special to be big weekender worthy. It has to be a really top-notch course. And have tournaments. Tournament objects. BT ready. Not an easy task. That's my most challenging problem to face as your scheduler. Finding big weekender worthy courses. That are tee ready, because not a lot of people put the tournament stuff in anymore. Back in the day, I think people did it because, hey, look, this is cool. I can put crowds in and stands and all that stuff. And then as the course design concept grew in maturity and knowledge and wisdom, people tried to make the courses more realistic, more natural, right? Not everybody has a crowd or spot for a crowd. Also, the objects take up meter, which we as designers are always clamoring for more of, right? So, oh, that's an interesting green in a location. Look at that. Almost a home plate shaped green surrounded by fairway. So I like the creativity here. And that could kick hard left. Stay up on that level. Will it? Will it? Yes. All right. I'll take that. Here we go. Oh, nice downhill 200-yard par 3. That's another interesting green. That, I'm sure, has at least one hole location down there. Pretty cool. All right. With that location and that wind. Oh, shoot. I slowed it and pushed it. Not even going to come close. Is it going to be? Yes, it is. In the bunker. Slow that as well. Ugh, and not an easy putt coming up. Get in. No, just not enough. A little bit more, that would have been in. All right. All right, another. Oof, yeah. So some of these. So the only problem I have with this course is went to that well a little too often and a little too severe. I think that one is a little too severe. I think this would be a much more interesting green if you had more green up there to work with. It's a really big green, but that's a bit much on the slope there. the saving grace is the hole's in a pretty flat spot, so that works. But again, that's why we're here. Check these things out for you before we put them in the club. So far, that's it. That's really my only real criticism. I think some of those are a little too severe, especially that one. Another interesting... Oh, I like this. See, the fairway ends for a reason. Awesome. I'm just going to pull back a little and spin. Oh, that's going to run harder than I thought. Going to hit that hill and it's going to go in. Alright, so you have a fairway that's stopped, a truncated fairway, and you got a reason, because there's a big depression there, it goes downhill. That's probably, if you can imagine this is a real course, it'd be a little bit of a moist area, wet area. We have lots of those in New England. So there's a reason. It's a hazard, but not a hazard. It might have hazard stakes in real life. And then you have an apron that leads up to the green. Awesome. Gotta add some juice to that because of the lie in the rough. So I do like the variety of the holes here. And the overall plot. And another terrible putt. Yikes. Interesting finishing hole. You don't often see one like that, but absolutely by fine by me. So, pretty unique course. Kind of very realistic. Got that natural charm, that that organic feel, I guess you'd call it. But Adelante, good job, my man. Definitely agree with Ivy Mike. That is going to, I think, make the cut for the casuals on a Monday, Tuesday soon. So look for it coming up soon in week 38. And for now, that's all. But please do like and subscribe. Please do leave me a comment with any content you'd like to see. Happy to oblige whenever I can. So thank you so much for joining today, and we will talk real soon. Bye for now.